And welcome back to the 360 Traveler. This is the second part of my little walk in Athens. We are the first day, 5th of August 2021. It's still COVID time. We're still during the wonderful time of this wonderful pandemic. I'm now filming actually with the Insta360 Go 2. I made the first video with only the Insta360 1R. I've been using the Go 2 for the past few days, and now I'm just using it for the first time. I'm just using for the first time the Insta360 1R that I hadn't been using for many months. And it's good to be using it again because, well, let's do some 360 videos, guys. That's what, you know, the future is all about. 360 videos, virtual reality, and so on and so forth. So I'm now walking around the National Garden, and as you can see, it's a pretty cool place. Okay, I just wanted to make a little test, taking a video with my Go 2 right on my chest. As you can see, right on my chest here. I'm gonna point it toward me, just so you can also see it this way. And I'm comparing the size now of the two cameras, and oh my god, the Go 2 is so tiny. It's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna put the Go 2 back to my chest on my t-shirt, holding with the magnet. Okay, here we go. But I know that when I'm holding the Insta360 1R with my right hand like that, probably doesn't look great on my Go 2. But never mind, that's a little test I'm making, and maybe I will upload it on the channel, maybe not, I don't know. But look at this little house, little church, rather. Wow, it's really nice. So I've been to Athens 3 times. I think this is my 3rd time. First time I was about 21 years old. That's the time when I was traveling around Europe a lot, and this is the time that I traveled to Istanbul too, right after Greece and Athens. And oh my god, I loved Istanbul so much. That's why I'm coming back. And I didn't really get to see Athens a lot at this time. Neither Istanbul. I just spent like 2 or 3 days, but I loved it. It became my favorite city in the whole world. With Hong Kong, I was going to go to Hong Kong years later. That first experience in Istanbul, and then Istanbul and Hong Kong just ranged on the top of my list of favorite cities in the world. Athens was like an okay place, but you know, never been mind blown by it. But I gotta say that if you've never been to Athens, then go. It's worth the trip, especially if you're from Europe and you're not too far. Then why not? You know, it's really relaxing. Maybe I'm saying that because I've been living in Singapore for too long, and I know I keep on like saying like semi-negative stuff about Singapore. I love the people there, don't get me wrong. I love Singaporeans. They're very friendly people. I mean, like, I know that some other people disagree, maybe Malaysians and so on, but among like all people like of Chinese descent, I really consider Singaporeans and Malaysians ones of the nicest people and the most interesting ones. So, all right, we get that sorted. But Now, when it comes to the city, a lot of people do love Singapore. Personally, I just don't. I mean, there are some parts of the city which are like amazing. Downtown is one of them. But in general, I don't know, it's just me. It's just like there's a vibe that I never got to like, to embrace, you know. There's another place which is even more loved by everybody, almost everybody that goes there. It's Barcelona. I never got to like Barcelona, and I spent about 4 years there. But even when I went with my parents when I was a kid, I didn't like it, but I liked some of the places in Spain. So it's just, there's some places which I really get to like, there's some places which I don't. It just happens. Singapore has not really been one of them. Hong Kong has. Like I was saying, I literally love Hong Kong, but not Singapore. And I was stranded, or I kept myself stranded there for like over a year, and it's mostly, I guess I can just only blame myself for staying that long. I could have left, could have gone somewhere else, but it was complicated, and I just didn't want to bother. I didn't want to take the chance. I was worried to just like travel with so many stuff, go somewhere else. I had accumulated, had bought so many stuff, and eventually when I left with like in total like over 60 kilos of luggages, which I still have in my hostel right now. So it's a lot of things to carry around. But apart from that, it's like, okay, it's COVID, right? So where am I going to go next? Maybe I definitely don't want to go back to France. Everybody's like, oh, okay, you're leaving Singapore, you're going back home. Or they just don't even ask that. They just assume you're going back home. Well, there's not such a place as home for me, right? Like everywhere I travel to is already home, okay? So no, I'm not going back home, okay? Like I'm not going back to France. There's nothing much for me there. But I'm definitely going to go to somewhere else. But then during COVID, it's like, where is that going to be? And how long can you stay in this somewhere else before to be limited again and before to have to travel again? If you cannot extend your visa, if you cannot do this and that, you know, so yeah, I just didn't really see any exit, you know. I didn't really see any other place where I could have gone rather than Singapore. I mean, like last year already, when I didn't know if Singapore, if the ICA, so the immigration office, was going to extend my stay there. So I was already thinking to go to Istanbul, to Turkey, and maybe, although they extended my stay and they kept on doing that for more than a year, I should have gotten my way to Istanbul like already last summer, and maybe I would have spent, because on the contrary, you know, I just do love the vibe of Istanbul more than anywhere else. It's a very ancient city that has belonged to a lot of different people during history. Used to be called like Byzantine, Constantinople, and now it's Istanbul. It has had like a lot of different names. It's very ancient, very old, and it's just like the architecture, like the cobblestones, everything is just like amazing. But then what? Okay, I get to Turkey. So then what do we do there? After 3 months, I can, as a European, I can stay there for 3 months. Okay, then, okay, what can I do? Do you have to, let's say, like travel to Greece and then go back? I'm not even sure like for what period, period of time I'm gonna be able to stay in Turkey in a year. Is it like 6 months? Well, I could have, like wondered about those questions like last year, but I was in Singapore. I had found a room there, was, like not the most amazing one, and so on. But I thought, okay, you know what? This is quite convenient. This is not my dream place. I'm gonna stay there for a while, for as long as I can extend my stay. And they let me extend my stay month after month for like over a year, which was like really surprising, because they would never do that. Gosh, like people keep on shouting here, like in this, they would never do that like outside of COVID. But I kept on being able to extend, and maybe that was the thing. Maybe that's the problem. Like I wish I had been like kicked out of Singapore like earlier than that, or like that they would not have extended my stay, but they kept on extending it. Well, nobody's to blame. At the end of the day, that's what happened, and here we go. I'm finally here. Don't know if I'm supposed to film that. Oh, which way is that? Okay. Let me check. I think this video has been running for a long time now, and I should finish it. But anyway, when I start a video like that, I never know what I'm going to talk about, to be honest. And I'm on the northern part of the park, and I think I'm gonna want to cross the park again, because it's pretty boring over here. I just like to walk on these streets. It's pretty empty, not much going on. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this video now, because I think it's been long enough. Soon enough, my little go-to camera is gonna stop. So maybe I'm gonna stop the Insta360 1R when the go-to stops. What I've now figured, because yesterday I didn't know, I thought the go-to would actually last for not more than about 8 minutes. But no, experimenting a little more, and so filming a little more with it, I figured that actually the Insta360 go-to make videos as long as 15 minutes. So apparently I haven't filmed for more than that. I'm still under 15 minutes on this video. And so, yeah, 15 minutes, and I don't know if it's actually constraint about the number of gigabytes, which will be 15 gigabytes. Normally, I should hear it, or normally when it stops, it should actually. Well, I should get aware that the go-to is gonna stop. Okay, because it's gonna vibrate. That was the word I was looking for. Jeez. But yeah, I'm really curious to see this kind of video we're gonna have when I'm holding my 360 camera, you know, and self-filming with the go-to. Like, it's gonna look weird on this little baby here on the go-to. But